Hey, what's happening? I think Delirium wanted me to explain a little more about this thing called VS. VS is one of the many platforms used in China, across China and Asia, to connect people in a virtual LAN so they can play games over like a UDP or a virtual LAN setting. Um, so first thing you want to do is download the client, right? Um, game.vsa.com.cn is the URL. At the top of the page, even if you can't read Chinese, just click on the second from the left button right here, Ping Tai Xia Zai. 1, 2. That'll give you a list of places to download the exe from. Just choose one. These top two are like torrents. You probably don't want to use those because this exe is really small. So just pick the third one. Do 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 do. That will load. Oh, there's your exe. VS 2.3. That's the latest version, 2.3.exe. Save it, run it, install it. I think you guys can figure that out even if you don't have any knowledge of Chinese characters. Pretty straightforward. Once you have it um, installed, you'll want to run it. And then this will be the main page when you run it. Here we have Warcraft RPGs, which is going to be like, for instance, Dota. Booyah, look at all those Dota channels. Just, I mean, 350 rooms with 200 people max. On Friday nights, these are all packed. Um, okay, here's StarCraft. You want to select this. You'll see right here there's two tabs. This top one is the more friendly to international sort of connections. I'm not going to promise you'll be able to connect without lag, but I just still want to show everyone who's interested in this anyway an alternative to iCup for massing games with a little less pressure. Anyway, here it is, this first tab of the two. Um, these actually say StarCraft 1.3 beginner rooms. They're not beginner rooms. Most people are, at least I would say, on a D level. That's the lowest. You're not going to run into anybody who doesn't know what he's doing, who hasn't played for at least several years. Um, Unfortunately, though, 1.13, that is the version that they use here. I can't begin to explain or imagine why. Probably has something to do with just being familiar and not wanting to change. In other clients, believe it or not, they still use 1.08. That's where like the real Gosu Chinese players will be playing. Granted, they're not pro; they're kind of semi-pro, amateur, just content to stay at that level. But they're the best of their best in their category, and they play on version 1.08. And there's no rally points in that version anyway. Um, what I mean is you can't like right-click your barracks somewhere and rally point. You got to manually R-click. Anyway, another story. First thing you want to do to get playing, go up here to this green asterisk. Select your StarCraft. This first button below the field right here, StarCraft 1.3 EXE. Boom, do it. Confirm. At that point, you'll be able to go into a room. Let's just pick this one. It's not many people there. And counting down. Do 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 do. Entering room. And these are the people in the room. There's only about a handful now. If you want, you can say hey. And then to launch the game, it's this middle one. 1, 2, 3. It's this middle button that says to launch the game. At that point, the game's launched. You want to go in normally, like you would be playing on Hamachi UDP. Select your ID, etc., and then you'll just be able to see a bunch of games, create your own, whatever. So that's that. Enjoy. Maybe if you're brave enough to try this, I'd love to hear feedback and about whether or not it lags at various places on the planet. That's it. Any other questions? Hit me up later.